Well, I didn't even know who this guy was, but it turns out he's a famous celebrity. And he's now the Republican nominee for the United States Senate election in Georgia. I don't usually get involved in politics. Red or blue, I respect you. But I got to call this out. Frankly, this guy is just talking absolute gibberish. It's so ridiculous. It's almost funny to listen to. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting us as a member on YouTube. If you want to be a member, you'll get access to watching quite a few of our videos every week, a few days in advance. And also, thank you very much to our patrons. It's great to have you. Really appreciate your support, and it keeps us going. Herschel Walker. I didn't even know who he was because I've only been following the NFL for about 5 years. By the way, I do love watching it, but I didn't enjoy seeing the Rams lose in the last 20 seconds of the game today when Kelsey scored with 31 seconds to go. I don't know why, but I've been following the Rams and I enjoy watching them. Anyhow, getting back to the point here. Herschel Walker. He's a famous former retired NFL player. And you know, the NFL, people take some huge hits. They really do. There's some crazy hits that have a concussion protocol now. It makes total sense. Maybe guys like this took too many knocks to the head. Maybe that's why he's making these comments. Personally, I think it's necessary to have two parties. So for the Democrats wanting to get rid of the Republicans, which I know some of you do, that doesn't make sense. Vice versa, it doesn't make sense. You need to have, it's like Star Wars, right? You need to have both sides. Things can't exist without having the sweet and the sour. So I'm not here to tell you to be a Republican or a Democrat, but I'm here to say, please don't elect this guy. This guy is bordering on being mentally deranged. Trump-backed Georgia Senate candidate Herschel Walker on Monday slammed attempts to transition Americans to electric cars or to support the electric car industry or just EVs in general during a speech where he heaped praise on gas-guzzling vehicles, as he called them. Gas guzzlers are great, he said. Walker faces a runoff election next month against incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock, and he told a crowd of supporters that projections about the United States being able to move to green energy are unrealistic and mentally deranged and just ridiculous. He said, "Now let me tell you this right here. If we was ready for the green agenda, I'd raise my hand right now," he said. "But we're not ready right now. So don't let them fool you like this is a new agenda. This is not an agenda. It's not a new agenda. We're not prepared. We're not ready right now. What we need to do is keep having these gas guzzling cars because we got the good emissions under those cars." I've got to repeat that. He said because we've got the good emissions under those cars. We're doing the best thing that we can. Now, I suggest to Herschel, if he thinks the emissions from these cars are good, if he thinks the gas guzzling cars do have good emissions, well, maybe put himself in a garage, close the door, turn on the car, and see how long you last for. You know, go close to that exhaust. If they're good emissions, see how long you live for, mate. That's what I suggest. I mean, what could happen? They're good emissions, right? Yeah. Now, this isn't the first time that Walker has said some bizarre things about energy and environmental policy. And I think this is embarrassing to other Republicans. I don't believe all Republicans believe this stuff. I think a lot of Republicans are actually quite switched on, quite intelligent. I don't follow politics enough to know exactly which ones, but I have heard some of them say some smart things. So when you hear this sort of stuff coming from your own party, you've got to cringe. It's just it's like anti-science. It's like people who believe the earth is flat. You've got to cringe if you're their friend, right? And say, come on, mate, have you been in an airplane? Have you not been in an airplane? Look down at the planet and see that there's a curve. I mean, seriously, come on. However, it gets worse. Earlier this year, Walker seemed to suggest that China was taking America's good air and replacing it with bad air. Since we don't control the air, he said, our good air decided to float over to China's bad air. So when China gets our good air, their bad air got to go move. So it moves over to our good airspace. Now. So we got to clean that back up. Now, to be fair on Herschel, he did play football for 12 years. And then after he stopped playing, he went and, he did mixed martial arts for a while, for a few years. He fought in Strike Force in 2010 and 2011, and after that he was actually diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. And maybe that's why he said some really bizarre things. I mean, he said that the biggest problem for American households is fatherless households. He said that that's the biggest problem, but he has 4 children to 4 different women, and his kids apparently say he was never around. And yeah, so they've had some pretty tough lives having no dad. When Walker was asked his position on solutions to school shootings right after the deaths of 19 kids and 2 children, he said this: Cain killed Abel, you know? And that's a problem that we have. And I say what we need is to look into how we can stop those things. Cain killing Abel. Yeah, you know what? 65% of Americans in his electorate voted for him. Frankly, I don't know what they were thinking. Please, someone explain this to me. It doesn't make any sense, but maybe he's a popular guy. Maybe he's friendly. Maybe he's just likable. That said, I think we need intelligent leaders who can think straight and lead us in the right direction. My friends, that's clean air, not gas-guzzling gasmobiles, which apparently miraculously only produce the good emissions. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Bye-bye.